show, we will tell you how to lose weight, how a man breaks the world record for the furthest distance underwater in a submersible, and how a school teacher was found dead behind his school. Stay tuned.
Good morning and welcome to Channel 3 News. My name is Dan Chalfont alongside my partner Savannah Bowers.
So Dan, how was the commute in?
Traffic was horrendous. 64 was all backed up. Took me an extra hour to get to work today.
And here's Mark with the traffic.
Traffic has been light today. 64 eastbound moving steadily around the city. Good news for all you early morning commuters. While 64 westbound, there's a crash right before the turnoff at Chesapeake Boulevard. Also, the Hampton Roads Tunnel is congested, which will add an extra 30 minutes to your commute. So we suggest you take 664. Back to you.
It seems like the tunnel's always backed up these days. So Dan, did you know that eating lots of chocolate helps you stay thin?
No way, I always thought chocolate was bad for you.
Surprisingly, yes. Eating chocolate is the best way to stay thin, but only if you're exercising, of course. People that eat chocolate an average of twice a week and exercise 3.5 times per week have smaller body mass index than non-chocolate eaters. However, it is not a siren call to go out and eat 20 pounds of chocolate a day, says nutritionist Dr. Susan Mitchell. Let's take a little break and go out to Mark for the weather.
The weather here in Norfolk is beautiful today. It will be sunny at a high of 89 and a low of 73. Wind southwest at 15 miles per hour and a humidity of 40%. A Long Island teacher was choked by a student who refused to turn down the blaring music from his cell phone. Umar Hamid was walking through the hallway of Elmont High School when a 50-year-old teacher told him to turn down the music on his cell phone. When he refused, the teacher confiscated his phone. In retaliation, the student put him in a chokehold after letting him up and then walking to class. Later that day, he was arrested and charged with assault and strangulation. And now we go to Savannah with breaking news. So Savannah, how are you?
Just great, Dan, except for the shocking news about school teacher who was killed. Melissa Jenkins was found dead off the back road behind the very school she teaches at. Vermont State Police ruled it a homicide, but will not release the cause of death. Police also stated that her son was left unharmed in the backseat of her idling car. Late Tuesday, police executed a search warrant arresting Alan and Patricia Pure in connection with Melissa. And back to you.
Sad news from Arkansas. 4-year-old Caleb Lynn was found dead 4 days after he was reported missing during a Boy Scout camping trip to Camp Keokima. His body was found early Wednesday in the South Fork of the Spring River in northern Arkansas. Officials believe Lynn accidentally fell into the river, which was swollen after recent storms.
Our hearts and prayers go out to this family. So Dan, did you hear about the James Cameron expedition?
Yes, I did. James Cameron, the famous director, reached a depth of 35,756 feet, or 7 miles underneath the ocean, in his 12-ton submarine dubbed the Deep Sea Challenger. Cameron's descent lasted 70 minutes. He spent 3 hours underwater but was unable to collect specimens due to a hydraulic malfunction in the collection arms.
That's amazing he did that at the age of 57. In other news, a woman takes her life while chatting on Facebook. The woman was chatting 9 of her friends while inhaling poisonous fumes. They begged her to stop, but no one called the police. Thank you for tuning in to Channel 3 News. I'm Savannah Bowers.
I'm Dan Chalfont. Have a nice day.